A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Romney Turtola Pier Park, NV Salon, Nail Spa and Barbershop, Tisley Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, and Digicel, simply more speed, reliability and entertainment. The hot topic, especially among the people of Virgin Gorda, Virgin Islands. The BVI Ports Authority allegedly rejecting Virgin Gorda Transport, Speedy's, request to resume a commute between Virgin Gorda and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, on December 15, we caught up with Junior Minister for Trade and Economic Development, Honorable Shireen Flax Charles, and broached the conversation, and she agreed to share on camera. That conversation, now on The Big Story.
I was made aware of the present situation yesterday afternoon by a member of the Speedy's team, and it caught me a little by surprise because we've been working with ports, customs, immigration, and all relevant persons for quite some time. I can recall I have WhatsApp messages from as far back as the 3rd of January, so we're just shy of a year away of trying to deal with the situation.
Could you tell me exactly what the situation is?
Well, apparently Speedy's received an email from port saying that their request was denied to make some trips into St. Thomas. And they gave no reason. Now we're understanding that it has to do with the port being refurbished or reconfigured to accommodate immigration and so forth. Immigration is ready to go, customs is ready to go, and we're having challenges with the Port Authority, it would seem. Now, I was told, Kathy, that it was a matter of funds. And for us, if Virgin Gordians were told that that was the issue, it is a minor project that needs to be done. Virgin Gordians would have gathered together and would have raised the funds. I can remember years ago when we needed to landscape the airport, and the entire business community got together and did that. Now, Speedy's running to St. Thomas is not only a Virgin Gorda issue, it is a BVI issue. Just as the roads where I just drove in from East End, from Trellis Bay, it is a BVI issue. We don't have a visitor center in Trellis Bay. We move hundreds, if not thousands sometimes, of people there every week. And so we need to get a handle on it. Something as simple as this should not take a whole year plus to fix. And as I said, if it's funds, we need to know. If it is funds, and the Virgin Gorda community will jump right in. Some people might say, well, you're in government. But we've been trying. I myself have personally been in meetings with ports, immigration, customs at the Virgin Gorda port, trying to get this situation resolved. Persons kick the can down the road, persons blame other people. But at the end of the day, the public suffers, not only the locals, but our visitors who want a direct straight shot to Virgin Gorda, putting their money into our economy, and that money goes into a pool. The money doesn't stay in Virgin Gorda and work for Virgin Gorda alone, it works for the entire BVI. So it's not a Virgin Gorda issue, alone. It is a BVI issue or a Virgin Islands issue, and we need to resolve it immediately. Now, Kathy, I've been working diligently on the phones through the night into this morning. I was just able to coordinate with the head of the port in Virgin Gorda, Mr. Harrigan, to contact 2 contractors who are meeting with him probably as we speak to try to get something sorted out so that the ferry can operate. And Speedies plays an integral role not only in the Virgin Gorda community but in the BVI community. And we need to get them back on that profitable run to St. Thomas.
Okay, so you are often saying Speedies. Are we to understand that there are other services or private vessels that commute directly from the U.S. Virgin Islands to Virgin Gorda?
Those vessels are coming in. Now those vessels have smaller amounts of people. I was told of a situation where there was a group coming in, and that group was accommodated through a special service that immigration has, which is a special concierge service where they pay extra. But I can tell you, I've been on the phones with both the deputy and the chief immigration officers. I've been on the phone with the assistant commissioner of customs, PSS, whoever we need to talk to, the minister responsible for the ports, to get this matter resolved. And it must be resolved before the day is out.
Okay, so explain to me the dynamics or the logistics or the movement that is so critical between St. Thomas and Virgin Gorda.
Not only for business people who have to come to Tortola right now to clear their packages through from St. Thomas, but for the general public who's either going to a doctor, and we have a lot of people. There's a cancer center in St. Thomas. There are persons that go to that center. There are persons that need to get medication. And what has happened, Kathy, is that imagine you have to leave Virgin Gorda at 6 a.m. in the morning to Trellis Bay, get from Trellis Bay to Road Town to take that 7:30 or 8 o'clock ferry. On the return, if you miss that 4:30 ferry from Road Town, you have to take either the 6 o'clock or the 9 o'clock p.m. from Trellis Bay. So you're looking, Kathy, at over 12 hours just to traverse between St. Thomas and Virgin Gorda, when it should only take a straight shot to Virgin Gorda with Speedies is about an hour and a half tops. And so we have to be able to make traveling in and out of the BVI easier for the passengers.
Okay, and you are absolutely sure that this issue will be resolved in short order now?
Well, Kathy, based on my conversations with the acting director of the port, as well as the persons with immigration and customs and all the related ministries and departments, that's what we are being told. And persons have to be prepared to stand up and to speak up, because it should not have taken a whole year plus for this matter to be resolved. And I am pleading with the Ports Authority to fix the matter. It is a matter of commerce as well. It brings revenue into the government coffers. And the longer it takes for this to get resolved, we lose funds, we lose revenue. And it's not only about the revenue, but I myself have had to collect medication for persons in the port here in Tortola. Now, I don't mind doing it, but you cannot ask an elderly person, 60, 70 years old, to pay $30 to come to Tortola to pick up medication that they have to get out of St. Thomas, that they are not able to get here. And so we need to be able to understand the dynamics of what happens with the ferry service from Virgin Gorda to St. Thomas. And I am begging and pleading with the Port Authority, with Immigration and Customs, who I believe have cooperated, and they're all now working together to resolve the matter. We have to have it sorted out before the week is out, Kathy.
With Digicel, it's the Christmas that keeps on giving. Switch on to the fastest LTE network with any plan or bundle and get more data to enjoy. More value worth celebrating. More entertainment on the move. And more connectivity to create more Christmas moments. Plus, now there's more ways to win with My Digicel's Pick and Win. There are thousands in cash and prizes. With Digicel, it's the Christmas that keeps on giving.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.